everyone, this is Aisha of Decor Designs by Aisha, and welcome back to my channel. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make a beautiful backdrop with only using one crossbar. Yes, one crossbar. And I'm going to be using the beautiful colors of black and silver, and I also have some beautiful butterfly embellishments that I'm going to be using. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you a part of the Decor Designs by Aisha channel, where you will see event decorating, you will see balloon designs, you will see backdrops, and you will also see tablescapes. And also I'm adding some Cricut tutorials as well. So I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Let's go. All right, so all I've done was place my sequin curtains here on the left hand side of my crossbar. Okay, if you can see right here. And I added 2 of the sequin curtains. All right, 1, 2. Okay, I purchased these sequin curtains from Amazon. These black curtains came from Wal-Mart. The backdrop pole came from Amazon. So I will link in the description box the items and where I purchased everything from. It is an affiliate link. All right, so you can check it out. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some more sequin curtains in the middle, right here in this area of my crossbar. All right. Put another curtain up there. 1, 2. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add 2 curtains, 2 of the sequin curtains on my crossbar. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add them to the middle part of the crossbar. Okay. Alright, so as you see, I have 2 sequin curtains here. I have my black curtain here, right here, and I just added 2 more sequin curtains right here in the middle. Okay, you can see that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another black curtain right here on this side right here. If you see my hand waving, that's where I'm going to add the other black curtain. Alright, so just take it, just like this, just like so, and just place it, pull it on your pole, okay? Alright, okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm done with that. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add, I have 2 more, I have a couple of more of these, how many did I put there? I think I put 2. Okay, I'm going to add some more of the sequin curtains right here in this area. Okay, right in this area. So I'm going to add some more. Okay, just like so. And I'm probably going to add 2 here. This is how my crossbar looks. If you see it, I have 2 sequin curtains here on the right hand side of my crossbar. This is, no, I'm sorry, on the left hand side. The left hand side of my crossbar are 2 sequin curtains. Then I have 1 here. Then I have 2 sequin curtains in the middle. All right, this is the middle if you see my hand. All right, so now we over on the right hand side. Okay, this is my right hand side. I have 1 curtain here. This is the black curtain. Then I have 2 sequin curtains right here on the end. which is my right side. So 2 sequin curtains on the right, 1 black in the middle. I have 2 sequin curtains here, another black curtain, and 2 sequin curtains on the left hand side. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be placing these curtains here on my crossbar, on my backdrop. If you can see, 1 pole here, 1 pole to the left, 1 pole, I get my left and right confused. 1 pole to the right, 1 pole to the left. And when I was turning towards you is left and right, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and put this up. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm going to be putting my crossbar on my my stands here. And I had to go get my daughter because you know, I'm gonna list the backdrops that I've done before, but this stand that I have is not adjustable. So it's actually 8 feet tall, and the crossbar goes from 8 feet to 10 feet. So I'm only 5'4", 5'5", something like that. So this is too tall for me, so I have to have help. All right, so just think about that if you decide to get this backdrop. It's a really great backdrop. I love it. I bought it when I first started learning about backdrops and how to do backdrops. I'm also going to be using my handy tool here. All right, so let me get that side from. Make sure it's turned the way it's supposed to. All right, so I have to have my little handy dandy tool to help me on my side. You got it? Can you get it on your side? Oh, it needs to go out somewhere, huh? Push it over some on your side. Huh? Well, here, you use it then first. All right, so neither one of us can reach it. My husband is outside, so. Whoop. Okay, put it on there, yeah. You got it with a hook on there? Okay. You broke your nail? Almost. Okay. Alright, so I need to bring this up some. Alright, I was intending to put my other sequin curtain up, but I left it out. So if I need it, I will go back and do it. But if you all can see, it is so cute just the way it is. So if you want your backdrop just to be like this, I gotta go back and fix it and everything. But it's beautiful just the way it is. All right. You know what? I know what it was. I know exactly what it was. I had 2 of these to cover my poles. That's what it is. Because you want your poles to be covered. So, I may have to remove one of them because I want to make sure that my poles are covered. You always make sure your poles are covered. So I may have to remove one of them. But until then, just going to kind of, you know, straighten it out some so that we can, you know, make sure it's all nice. And if you have a steamer, make sure you steam your curtains. Because as you see, these curtains are wrinkled, all right? So you want to make sure you always steam your curtains. Not the sequin curtains. Don't steam the sequin ones. Steam the, these kind. Now these are polyester, okay? So these are really great curtains. I've had them a while now, okay? All right, so what I'm going to be using, I'm going to be using the Chanel stems right here. And you can purchase these from anywhere. And these are really good at helping you tie your panels or your curtains back, you know, for your backdrop. And like I said, I'm going to be using some, I think I'm going to stick with my butterflies. I had some poinsettias, But I'm going to show you both of them. I'm going to show you the red poinsettias that I have, and I'm also going to show you my butterflies. Okay, so let me show you. All right, so all I'm going to do is just take one of these chenille stems. All right, and what you want to do to make the backdrop is to take one of your curtains, one of your sequin curtains, and what I like to do is make sure mine has pleats in it. Okay, just like this. And it's not necessary, but I just like to make sure that I can grab mine. Okay, just like this in my hand. Okay, just like this. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the two. Remember I told you I put two over here on the left hand side, so I'm just going to take one from the left hand side, and I added some right here in the middle. I'm just going to take one from the middle and just kind of do it. You know, I told you I like to grab mine like this. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take them and I'm going to kind of, you know, put them together just like this. Put them together in my hand. All right, so the way I'm going to measure mine, I'm just going to measure it, you know, bring it down a little bit. And you have to have a point where you're going to measure to make sure you get the right measurements, because you don't want it to be too low or too high. Measure it just like that. Okay, so I'm going to bring it down. So what I do with mine, I kind of bring it down low. I don't want it to be too low, and I don't want it to be too high. So I kind of judge it a little bit to try to see which way, you know, is not too low and not too high. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my chenille stem, and I'm just going to take it and just wrap it around my sequin curtain, just like this. Okay, so let me bring you in so you can see that. All right, so I want to give you a closer look at what I'm doing. I'm taking both of my sequin curtains, and I have it here at the bottom, and you can kind of measure it with, you know, whatever you feel like is best for you, but I try to come down enough to make sure it's not too low or too high. All right, so I'm going to keep it right here. I'm going to take my chenille stem, which is this little stem here, and I have a white one. I'm going to take it, wrap it around my sequin curtain, just like so. Okay, wrap it, and tie it in the back. Okay, if you see that, see how I tied it? All right, and just push it down because you do not want it to be seen. All right, and then you can come back and make sure that you, you know, make sure everything looks good here. Okay. All right, so we're going to keep it like that first. All right, so we have our chenille stem tied just like this. Okay. All right, so I want to show you my red poinsettia, and I purchased this from Walmart last year, and I got it for the after Christmas sale, and these were like, oh, I think it was like 10 cents. They was not much, they didn't cost much at all. So I purchased a couple of these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it. Here's my chenille stem. I'm going to pull the stem up just a little bit. And you see it has this little clamp. Let me see. You see that little clamp? It's just like little teeth right there. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to just place it. Let me see. Place it on the inside, just like this. Just clamp it. Did you see that? Just clamp it on. Okay. And this is super cute. Super cute. All right. So I think I'm going to keep it with this color. I like that red with this black and silver. That is gorgeous. All right. And I also have a butterfly, but I'm going to show you, I'm going to be linking in the card section where I use my butterfly. So you make sure you go and watch that video also. It's a wedding spectacular that I did, a collaboration that I hosted. So I'm going to be linking that. So you go check it out. But I think this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna raise it up so you can see. Look at that. Beautiful. All right. All right, y'all, so now I have added the embellishments that I'm going to add, which is the poinsettias. So now I'm going to turn around so that you can see what I have done so far. Okay, I went ahead and steamed my curtains, and one thing about steaming curtains is that it is a tedious job. It's something that, you know, it's not a quick job. So it's something that you have to pretty much take your time at doing. So for all of the, you know, event decorators and designers like myself, that's a lot of what we charge for. You know, when we have to steam these things, and this is a lot of times that this is behind the scenes. You know, you don't see us doing the steaming, the putting the things together. It is also in balloons also. So, so that's what I've done. I went ahead and steamed my curtains, and I'm going to show you the steamer that I use. I actually have a video, a short that I did here on my channel, and I'm going to be linking that so that you can go. If you don't know how to steam curtains, I'm going to put that video in the card section so that you can check that out. Okay. But I'm going to turn around and let you see what I've done so far. Okay. All right. So I still have some work to do to make sure everything is closed in, but I just want to show you what I have done so far. All right. So this is what I've done. And these are the poinsettias that I added. Okay. I think it's super cute. Let me know in the description. Let me know in the comment section what you think. I think this red add a beautiful pop of color to this design. And, you know, even though it's after Christmas, almost New Year, this can be used for any occasion. It doesn't matter. Now, the poinsettias, you know, you can change that out for something different, but this is a beautiful setup for a wedding, for, you know, a baby shower, an anniversary, whatever it may be. Even a, I would love to have something like this for a photo shoot. I love photo shoots. So I would set up something like this for a photo shoot. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So let me go ahead and finish this up. All right, everyone, so I have pretty much went ahead and kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and you just want to make sure that the bottom part of your design, if you can see down here at the bottom, is cleaned up. You know, you want to make it look really, really well. Oops. All right, so you want to make sure everything looks really, really good. Now, what I had thought about doing was adding some of these Wisteria plants here that you see right here that I have, and I use these in my other video that I'm going to be linking in the card section. So, you know, if that's something that you want to do, all you have to do is just add it, you know, to each side of your design. And I think, you can't see over here. Let's see. Tilt it a little bit so you can see. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some of these here because first of all, like I told you before, you want to make sure that your poles are covered. Make sure you get enough drapes, sequin curtains, whatever it is that you want to cover your poles with, to make sure your poles are covered. All right, now once you cover your poles, you can add any flowers that you would like to them, or however you want to do it, or however your client wants you to do it. All right, so first I'm going to show you how it looks with, you know, like this. Now I did not cover my poles. I thought I had enough sequin curtains to cover my poles. So just make sure you have enough of everything that you need, especially if you're decorating for a client, because you don't want to get to a client's event and you don't have what you need to make sure that the poles are covered. Unless the client said they don't want the poles covered. Some clients may not want their poles covered. But your job as an event decorator, event planner, or whomever, you know, designer, is to make sure that your client is satisfied. But this is here in my home, and I just wanted to show you all how to set it up. So let me give you a closer look of it. All right, so this is the design that I have for you, and this is a black and silver design. All right, and all I did was add this beautiful poinsettia right here. Okay, and I added to both sides. All right. Go back so I can show you the entire setup. All right, so this is how it looks before I add the Wisteria flowers. I'm gonna add them to each of the little poles here. I'm gonna add one to the left, one to the right. Okay. All right, so as you see, I've added my Wisteria flowers here at the top, and I got these from Amazon. Again, they will be in the description box below. If you would like to purchase them, it is an affiliate link where I will receive a small commission for any purchase that you make at no extra cost to you. All right, so I put some on the left hand side and the right, and again I left the beautiful poinsettias here. All right, just to show you how it looks with this at the top. And as you see, I did cover my poles. Your poles are covered. Let me take you over here so you can see this side. All right. All right, so now I'm going to show you how I look with the butterfly. And I absolutely love butterflies, so I'm going to add the butterflies to it. And you let me know in the comment section if you like this one, which will be design number 1. And again, design number 1 is with the poinsettias. Or if you would like design number 2, which will be the butterflies. All right. And also let me know if you like it with the wisteria flowers at the top or without them. All right, so let me add the butterflies. All right, everyone, so here is design number 2. And again, I'm going to start at the top with the flowers, wisteria flowers, as you see that I added at the top. And now I'm going to come down to show you the beautiful butterflies that I was telling you about. And here they are. Absolutely gorgeous. They kind of look like they have snow on them. And I love them. You see the beautiful designs here. All right. All right. So let me know in the comment section which is your favorite. I'm going to tell you, I love butterflies, but my favorite is design number 1 with the poinsettias. I really think that the red pops this color a little bit. It gives it that pop of color that it needs. All right. But I absolutely love number 2 also. It's gorgeous. But if I had to choose which one would be my favorite, it would be design number 1 with the poinsettias. So you let me know what your favorite design is. All right. All right, everyone, so I have shown you 2 beautiful designs. Make sure you leave in the comment section below and let me know which design is your favorite. All right, so I hope that you all have a super amazing day. I hope that your new year is absolutely blessed, prosperous, abundant. I hope that you all have an amazing day. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I will be back here because I am going to be showing you some vision boards that I told you I'm going to be doing. I had told you in a previous video that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to link that video in the comment section, in the card section, excuse me, in the card section also, as well as some other videos. So make sure you go and check them out. Make sure you check out my website in the description box. I will leave it. I am an event decorator. I'm here in Montgomery, Alabama. So if you need an event decorator, a balloon stylist, I am available. All right. So I hope that y'all have a great day, and I will see y'all in my next video.